Padcast in association with TC Cars. TC Cars won Birmingham's Taxis 2019. Book by app or by phone today. Alright, so it's Padcast in association with TC Cars. This is another MMA podcast with Dave. We met up with Tosh a few days ago. This is to get some thoughts off Dave, see what's going on, see where we've been, because obviously we haven't been spoke for a while on the podcast, have we?
No, we haven't, man. We've been away.
Been away, but when we've been away...
We've got some DukeHouse Clothing.
DukeHouse Clothing. Guys, that sets a little segment right there just to let you know that this episode, as well as the last episode, and as well as the next episode, is going to be sponsored by DukeHouse Clothing. Guys, if you haven't seen already, in a few of the last videos, we've been wearing the hoodies. Thanks very much, guys.
Quality as well. It's not cheap.
It's good stuff, mate. You
Good
can't
stuff.
wear.
I like the design.
You like
It's
boxing,
comfortable.
like UFC stuff, mate. Get into that. There's loads of MMA gear on there as well. Another thing what I wanted to say, if you do want to check them out, check the links below. I'll put all they're on Redbubble, they're on Teesprings, they're on all of them websites. So yeah, we'll let you know all their details. And then if not, get on their social media, say we sent you over. Happy days, might get a little discount.
Never know.
Never know. Alright then, so let's skip into it, mate. UFC, first things first.
What should we talk about?
We've spoke about, guys, actually we've done a reaction on Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. Defo go and check that out. That one, it's more of a meme than a video. But and then so we've had Rumble Johnson's left the UFC. And even had a fight. I was looking forward to that.
Why would you get rid of a big draw like that though?
The thing is, I'm not like I didn't really know too much about him, did I? When we spoke
He
to him,
smoked buds, didn't it? Well, DC had his number, but he just smoked. Man.
and that's what I think he was saying. Tosh
I think his name's Namchek or something like that. That's like heavyweight in Bellator. Apologies if that's not his name, but you'll smoke him, you know. Like,
yeah.
Like
Is that
heavyweight
where he's
Bellator, better
going?
watch out.
Is that where he's going back to Bellator then?
Well, people have said, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's talk.
Oh, so he's
Nothing
not...
that's officially been signed, but there's been talks of it.
It's mad all the talk I heard about him. I was really looking forward to him, and it's coming back.
Great fighter.
Great fighter, mate.
Well-rounded fighter. He's got choked out a couple of times.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
So well, he's a few rounds.
The thing is, he's been choked out, but all in the same way. The people have got his back. Rear naked choke. If you look at his record on Sherdog, he's never been finished. He's been severe. Yeah. It's absolute madness. DC done it twice to it, once or twice to it.
Yeah.
Mad. Absolutely mad.
What about, so viewers, to talk about, someone getting into UFC like myself, like I'm a lot more, I say, I've gone from casual just above now, yeah? If you was going to say to someone to watch certain things, like obviously keep checking out the podcast, but what would you also say to watch out for other podcasts or other, YouTube channels would you suggest to people getting into it? Because I find like Jack Slacks is a good one.
Yeah, he's good.
And then
I like Jack Slacks. I like True Geordie speaks a bit about UFC as well sometimes. Yeah, he's good to listen to. Charles Sonnen, like he's number one for me. Sonnen. Yeah, he's so. I could listen to him speak like all day. He's just got one of them voices, and he's so knowledgeable on the sport, and he's just got a story at every angle. Every story that's out, he's got a story to kind of go with it and say, like, well, this happened to me. You know what I mean? I just think he's entertaining as well.
I think, do you remember when like you first told me to get into him and I was like
number one
again,
first trash talker.
Yeah, again, that's what you said to me. I didn't know who his fighting career, because obviously me being late to it. So I went back and watched stuff. I haven't watched his trash talking too much. I've just watched more of his podcasts that's on there, and I love him, mate. Another
Great fighter, great wrestler.
DC and Ariel Hawani's show, they've got a good show now.
I watched that. Yeah. I
That's
listened to that, should I say, as well.
And well, yeah, I think we mainly watch it though, don't we? We're all YouTubers these days.
Joe Rogan, he's gone a bit, but if you can look back on his past stuff, he's very knowledgeable on what he says and stuff.
Yeah, like I haven't. It's been more like, I think since he's moved to Spotify, it's been more. It's changed.
It's a lot more controlled with him, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it's a lot more calm than it was.
So there's no
Other than, didn't he have Alex Jones on recently?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he
I
did.
don't know. I haven't seen much because he's not on. I don't think he's on YouTube anymore. He's just on Spotify, but people are uploading to YouTube. I think that's what it is anyway.
That's mad. But and then you got Fighter and the Kid as well. Fighter and the Kid's an alright
That's
podcast.
funny. Brian Callen's just hilarious, man.
That was like my main thing when I used to look for Joe Rogan. I used to always look for what is Brian Callen on with him.
Yeah.
I used to. He's quite.
When he tries to like say he's a fighter and that, and he's just some of his fight stories are just wicked, man. He's just out there. He's so out there.
It's funny the way he talks to other like definitely hard people. Like
he'll fight. He starts on Brendan Sharp and that he tries to headlock him and shit like that, man. It's so funny.
It's a good bloke there.
Yeah.
So.
Who shouldn't have been accused for that?
What was he accused
Allegations. Just like speaking to minors and stuff like that. It's just stupid stuff, man. You can't see him doing it.
It's annoying all that stuff at the moment. Be all and end all.
Chris D'Elia on the other end.
Just people are just looking for scapegoats, and it's like the cancel culture at the moment, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
I think anything to do with celebrities, just people just want to jump on it straight away. And I think it's a bit cringy, like at the moment. Like, but don't get me wrong. If you find something and it's true, I'm 100% behind it. No doubt at all. Like, it's what it is, isn't it?
But yeah, 60 fighters gone from the UFC. Don't forget though, they did have a roster of 500.
Yeah.
So 60's not.
It's a good, but think about it, that's like, it's a good percentage. Is it?
Yeah.
But it just depends on who's going. If they're on about just cutting, people, I'd say people we don't know, but then again, you talk about like Tosh watches all the prelims, he watches all the fight pass, and he'll be like, no, you can't cut in. You can't cut in.
Yeah. Which I'd probably agree with him on some, but others that don't really know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
Well, Yoel Romero's one of them, like I said before. That's a bit sad. Like,
he's what, 42, 40? He's in his 40s, isn't he?
Yeah,
like,
I think
he's still like a
looks
specimen.
32.
Even the doctors have said like, where did he come from? Like, but
I would want to see him fight a few more times because he was. But then again, you've got sort of like Costa's like a same sort of fighter, isn't he? So like, hopefully he comes and has the same sort of career as Romero.
Costa's a bit dry though with personality.
Yeah,
Romero's a bit got a personality in it.
It's mad. He's someone he never really spoke. He speaks more English now, doesn't he?
I know you.
Yeah, I know you.
I know you, man.
But he's not like he's come across. He's got a good personality. Like he's become a fan favourite without having the perfect speaking language, that sort of thing. Whereas some people, I watch a lot of boxing, and there's some boxers who they're trying to push, and they've just got no personality whatsoever. And
dry as a bone.
Yeah, and you're like, come on, you're a quality fighter, but you just got to talk the game. And I think that's what might be with this 65s being cut. It might. I hope it's not just people who can talk a good game, rather than people who can who have a good game. Let's say.
Do you reckon Dana just went through all their social medias and just thought, nope, not active. You're not active enough.
Or maybe he's went through and thought.
Because I reckon he thinks social media is not the key to get him money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you're selling yourself on social media, the people are going to want to watch you.
Also, a bit of both. He's probably looking through like, I've offered him 3 fights and he's said no.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Or even someone a lot lower down the roster who's offered a fight to, and they've said no. Well, at these times at the moment, you've got to take what you've got to take, man. And like, it's easy for us to say because we're not fighting, but there's not anywhere else to fight. No one else is paying out it. So what are you going to do? To either wait it out, if you can afford to wait it out, by all means do so. But while you are affording to wait it out, you've got the people like Khamzat Chimaev coming up and Chimaev-ing everyone's head off. And that
guy's a rocket, man. He's just coming in.
But the stars of last year can't come back and go, oh, it's not fair because I've had a fight for so long and you was offered that fight. One person I do feel sorry for though, Leon Edwards, mate.
I'm going to break, can I?
Cannot. And it's annoying because he's one of our own as well. He's a brummie like us. He's like, come on.
Oh, well.
Something will come of it.
Something will come of it, definitely.
You can't have that record and You can't, can you? Like,
It's unheard of, isn't it? Well, not unheard of to have the record. I mean, it's unheard of to have that record and not be given something.
yeah,
Or not have something.
He's a good
Absolutely,
lad, though.
mate.
Leon, keep plugging away, mate. Keep training. Come on, you've still got this in the bag, mate. You one of our own. Oh, we need him to do this, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's else been happening in the UFC lately? It's gone a bit quiet of late. Like,
Gone a tiny bit quiet.
it's not massive. Like, there's still fights going on, of course.
Well, I'm looking forward to Ferguson coming back.
Yeah, I seen that the other day. Like,
Oliveira. The thing is, Oliveira's mint on the ground. So's Ferguson.
Yeah.
So if you like technical stuff on the ground,
There you go, guys.
you're gonna see some technical jiu-jitsu.
I mean,
A lot of it.
It's annoying when you say that because that's going to end up being a stand and bang fight now.
It probably will. No. Well, given what Gaethje did to him, I think Oliveira was probably gonna fancy his chances in a stand-up with him.
Maybe.
But don't forget, Ferguson dropped Gaethje with that moody uppercut, man. Literally. So that's what you got to watch. Right.
It's not a good. I don't. It's mad because a lot of people have spoke, him up and said he's amazing, and I'm like, I haven't seen it. Like, every time the only main fights I've seen is like I've seen a lot of fights where he's just got heart and coming forward, and I keep hearing the off the back, but I haven't seen it yet. Like, I keep thinking I need to go back and watch all these, but there's so many I need to go back and watch, and there's also many new fighters coming through. I'm like, and then I'm still trying to hang with my boxing and trying to watch everything I can whilst watching all the interviews. It's a hard slog, guys. Like, you might think we don't put out much, but I'm literally watching everything.
Flicking through news every day just to see what's going on, man.
But yeah, definitely that's a good thing I would say about also people getting into.
Do you reckon fans will be back?
Fans will be back. Yes, I do indeed, because I think boxing, whereas UFC leaded the way in bringing the sport back, I believe, like sports back. I believe that boxing they're bringing more fans back. So I know there's 1,000 this weekend for Anthony Joshua versus Pulev.
Yeah.
So guys, Anthony Joshua versus Pulev, like this, like people say, I believe Anthony Joshua's quality. I'm not gonna lie. I can't knock him. I feel like that one fight, he got it in the wrong spot at one punch, and it just wrecked him for the fight, and it happens, Yeah. But he's one of them. He's not the greatest stamina box, but he keeps going, and like you do feel as a fan with Joshua, I think what I like about Joshua is you don't know if he's gonna win, even if you think this is sort of not, you don't know, like, because there's a few fights where you think, he might be, and then he wins, and it's exciting, and I
cracked a few times,
and Pulev is not a walkover, mate. Like,
no, he's not.
There's like a few of our fighters have went over thinking, we're going to get his position, we'll go and fight him, get his position, and like Hughie Fury tried it, he didn't go against him. I'm sure who was the other fighter? I'm not sure who else fought him, but he's a quality fighter, Pulev. I think he's.
Dylan White hasn't fought Pulev, has he?
No, because I don't think so. No. I'm sure he's unbeaten. I'd have to get his record. Or I think he might have lost once to like Klitschko or something like that. Could be fully wrong there. But then again, boxing, guys, this is an MMA podcast. Who said boxing ain't part of MMA? Who saw Spence versus Garcia? That was a domination. People say, Garcia didn't want to fight.
Didn't he? Errol Spence.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
Oh, he's back.
With an attack.
So have you still got him over Bud?
I've got him over everyone.
Yeah.
I've got him, like, he's my favourite fighter. He's mate, he literally, like, Garcia didn't throw too much, and people say, why didn't he? But it was because of what was happening to him every time he was trying to do it. But he'd still come off with some good punches, still, hit Errol hard, but Errol Spence,
still got it.
Still got it, the crash, forget that.
It's nice to see that, though.
Yeah,
it's nice to see there's not a step been missed, or.
Yeah, my stomach was turning, like, thinking, I think it might have affected him. But
they make that fight there. I've heard it's all really bad politics and that.
I've
heard a couple of promoters say that fight's never going to happen.
They
Spence and Crawford.
It's a bit of both, I think. Maybe all of this could be a ploy to make the fight as big as it could ever be.
Yeah.
Or it's I think Crawford now can who's he with now? I think it's Bob Arum. But he can leave whoever he's with now. Like the guy's saying, it's costing me too much to put him on because I'm spending all this money putting him on and he's not bringing in the numbers. But like he's still bringing decent numbers, but it just costs a lot and there's no other bigger numbers that want to fight him. So, and then Errol Spence is saying, come over to us and have it. But and then I don't think they want to have the fight. They want to talk about him having the fight until he actually moves over. So it's just politics as well with them promoters. You only fight on that channel. If you that promoter fight on that channel, so too much crossovers and too many people want to back down. Then you've got Errol Spence is the A side. Basically, numbers will state that Errol Spence is the A side, but Crawford will say, well, I'm the A side, but your only biggest win is Cal Brook at this weight. I would say. So it's like, I don't know. What do you do, man? What do you do? I want to see that fight, but either way, I have no doubt who's won that fight. Anyway, so
I hate that boxing isn't as straightforward as UFC. And I know UFC can't be that straightforward sometimes, but it's a lot more straightforward than the boxing. Like in UFC, the best fight the best.
Yeah.
That's it. That's done.
I think
you're a contender. You think that you're the best. You think you're the best.
But the only issue is the numbers. So the numbers that, like, you know, your Joshuas and your Canelos are getting compared to the biggest in UFC are massive. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then is that because of Dana White getting a lot more? I don't know, because it's an organisation rather than just being a promoter. They do say he's greedy though. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I don't know, but if you know more about it, guys, by all means, let us know about the organisation.
Love to know what Dana's up to.
Yeah, well, he's good though, mate. You can't man. He's done a real good job with that. I'm sure. Didn't he used to be like part of like Mayweather's team or something back in the day? He used to carry his bags. That's mad.
He used to carry his bags.
That's mad. And now he's ruling the world. He's smashed it. He's done really
Sold
well.
a company for $4 billion. Well, just over $4 billion.
That's like my little segue onto the next thing. Mayweather versus Logan Paul. I had to break the silence over that laugh, guys.
I don't know.
It's an exhibition.
I know.
Is it bringing eyes to boxing?
No, it's just bringing eyes to Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That's all he wants, his attention. And he's a prick. I don't like Logan Paul. Logan Paul, if you ever see this, I don't like you.
Yeah. That deep.
I really
don't. Do you know what? That might even be the title of this video.
Name it what you want, man. If he gets to him, I'll knock him out.
Oh, mate.
I'll knock him out.
This is mate, if we get big enough, you never know. Imagine that happen.
He's not my weight, but I'm sure he can. I can go up to it or get down to it, whatever.
Yeah, mate, that'd be alright. It's cool out.
Get some money for charity and that.
I like it, man.
It'd be nice.
That's mad. Yeah, so
it'd never happen.
But do you think it's bad of Mayweather to be doing it, or?
Nah, he knows Logan Paul's like one of those YouTube superstars, don't he? So he's like, oh, apparently Mayweather's broke anyway, so
this could be one of the biggest fights in history.
How?
Numbers wise.
Yeah, well, numbers wise.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It just makes me want to swear a lot.
Yeah. But do you think Mayweather deserves to do stuff like this?
Can't, he's the greatest, but if it's going on his boxing record.
It's not.
It's not. How is that?
It's an exhibition.
You imagine if Logan, is it Logan?
Yeah.
Logan Paul comes over the top with a flaming right hand for him. Knocks him out.
It'd be crazy. I don't ever see that happening, but...
Neither do I, but Logan Paul, he's bigger than Mayweather, isn't he?
Yeah, but come on. He's lost to KSI. A lot of people say, I don't think he won. I don't think he lost, but still, you reckon. But he went pro for that fight, just so you know. So he could have actually fought this as a pro, and this could have made Mayweather 51. That would have been funny, hadn't it? I would have liked to have seen that. See, like, do you know why I like to have seen it? Because I like to see. I'm in all these groups. Obviously, you're in the UFC groups. I'm in a lot of boxing groups as well, and it's the haters, man. Like, they're just.
I'm in a lot of UFC groups, yeah, and even like people watching this as well. Like, they can't post anything without someone coming up and saying Khabib. They look a bit. You can't speak about anyone without Khabib coming into it, and I'm like, I swear they mentioned a heavyweight fighter and they Khabib into it. You know what I mean? Like, bloody hell. One of them was even a meme, like, who would win, John Jones or Khabib? And I'm just like, John Jones is massive compared to Khabib. He'd ragdoll him. Like, I don't care how strong you call Khabib, Jones would ragdoll him. Into next year, just stop with this stuff. Like, Khabib's good, good. He's in his field. Alright, just keep him there. You think
it's just the weight is just too different?
Yeah, he walks around natural at 190, don't he? And he's going down to 155. That's why he's stronger than everyone else.
Yeah. That's mad.
That's why Conor was knocking out everyone with that left, because he was the featherweight.
And then so he's gone off.
It's kind of gone, but he ain't gone. He's still got that left, you know what I mean?
So Khabib might even talk about him coming back as well, don't know, already.
30 and a.
You know,
I stood at his mum's door with a briefcase like this.
I love it, like, you know, I love him, but I just think, come on, I'm sick of hearing him retiring and coming back, retiring and coming back.
Yeah, stop it. And it's just shit number, isn't it? 29 and a. I think it was 29 and a.
Charles Sonnen needs to come back then.
Prime Sonnen, I'd put him against Khabib.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be a good fight.
That'd be a good wrestling match. That'd be really, really good. That'd be wicked.
If you had, and this is a good one. If you had 3 matches.
To be fair as well, I've asked Charles Sonnen on his, you know, when he takes fan questions.
Yeah.
I've asked him that how we think he'd do in a fight with Khabib. Still ain't got back to me like.
I thought he was going to say, and he said, but no, that's funny. I like that. That's good. What's the? That's killed me. So if you had 3 matchups, if you want to have a few more, you can do it. How many weights? But if you had 3 matchups of all time,
yeah,
who would you pick?
I would pick GSP and Khabib.
Yeah.
Just to see what.
And that's could happen still. That's good. That's a fight that, you know, not from the ages. That's one that. Don't you feel like
it's mad? I want Garner and Jones to fight. I don't know why.
I
just think it'd be a good fight. I really want that fight to happen.
So these, I'm not.
They're
current. You're talking very current. But even with GSP, I think the annoying thing for me, being a newer fan to UFC, is that I have went back and watched a few things. I've seen it versus Bisping and stuff like that. But I feel like even if Khabib did beat him now, ages must be a factor. He's a young. How old is GSP?
He's in his 40s.
Exactly. So
no, he's coming up to his 40s.
But do they not count him out as a fighter because of his age?
Like, no, he's looking good, man. He's physically good. Like, you say age, like, look at Romero. He fought, and he was championship material.
Yeah.
For God knows how long. And Anderson Silva was. So I think age plays into it, but not a lot. Got Mike Tyson throwing digs still, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That doesn't. Yeah.
Did you watch that fight?
Loved it. Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Well, I'll be.
I reckon Tyson would train through Deontay Wilder, even at this age.
Yeah. I reckon he'd get slept over. Yeah. Honestly, I reckon he'd try to for a round of them. Like, I feel like Deontay Wilder, as much as like he's not the greatest boxer, he is a bomb, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a punch on him.
I think he's got more stick for the way he's acted rather than his fighting career. Mm-hmm. No, the excuses he's come up with and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I think that's been his issue.
How many excuses did he have for that fight? Like Tyson fought, like 12 excuses.
He's had it so. All right, and we're gonna go. I'm not gonna go into them, but these are the things that he said have happened. What happened? So, first thing was, it was the his body armor that he walked in with was too heavy. The second thing was the tampering of the gloves. Tyson Fury apparently tampered with the gloves. This is all allegedly, and this is none of this I'm saying is true or not true. I don't know, but I'm not gonna. I know what I think. So he's saying the water. He's saying so sorry. We had at the beginning with the armor. We had second with the glove tampering. Third, the water saying his own coach tampered with his water, saying he drugged him.
See, that's how stupid they are. We can't even think of them. Like,
there's loads of there's been loads of theories, but basically he sacked the guy who threw the towel. Oh yeah, the guy who threw the towel in was meant to, but the guy who threw the towel in saved him. To be honest, I would have still liked it to go on, but to be honest, if that's my friend or if that's if I'm his coach or whatnot, I would have saved him. I don't believe he could have. I've seen him come back from stuff, but you see what happened with Joshua, where he was hitting I think it's behind the ear there. I think if you get a certain punch in a certain way and you hit right, I reckon it just knocks your equilibrium and you can't get it back within that short space of time. And I think that's the issue and was in that fight. And he's sat Mark Breland and you're like, come on, mate. He was your only true person, not a yes man in there. He threw it knowing that you'd lose and that you'd be angry with him.
And third fight, Damian Maia. Now see, you didn't think I'd pick that versus Royce Gracie?
Yeah.
I just think that would be just a technical war of badass jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to see that.
I would like to see. What about...
I know I haven't mentioned Chuck Liddell or Tito Ortiz or anything like that, but they're just...
I remember when I was younger, and I first seen, what UFC was about, and there was this guy with blonde hair in the UFC that was it was for a few months I seen him have a few fights or whatever, and he was steamrolling in the UFC. It was Tito Ortiz, and I didn't know until as an adult, and I've looked back, it was him, and he was that young gunner that was smashing.
And then got smoked by Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the greats.
Liddell, he was just amazing.
Yeah.
He's firing while running back, innit?
He had the powerfulest punch going backwards. He was walking backwards.
Who did it? Was he the champ at the time who he knocked out while he was going backwards? Who was that?
Going back now.
Yeah.
I know what fight you're on about. I've got the finish in my head.
He fought the one who fought. Oh, I'm throwing loads.
Cheetah, was it?
No. Is he American? He's American. He's bald now.
No. Fucking no.
Yeah, you've.
Matt Serra.
Ben Askren fought him and choked him out.
Oh. Robbie Lawler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knocked him out going backwards, didn't he? Walking backwards. So that is another one. But yeah, little things like that. That's what I remember, and a lot of I've delved into and tried to. So when I come out with little gems like that, I don't know where it come from, but it's from watching all these podcasts and stuff, isn't it?
It's good times, man.
It has been, but what we need to do. We're gonna start going round. We're gonna go around meeting other people. We're gonna have people in our podcast as well. We'll talk to them about what they think about UFC. So we'll be there chatting to them, but we'll try and get a lot of other people's knowledge now as well, and bring them on and see what they think about UFC or MMA or boxing and I think that's what we should start doing more in the future as well. We'll do a few.
Man.
We've got a few short videos coming out, guys. We're always going to be popping them out from now on. We've got a funny one that we've just released as well. Well, this probably be about 3 days. Yeah, about 3 days ago. So defo go and check that out. It's our prediction on who was it, Conor McGregor? Poirier. But yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, so I think that's about wraps it up for today, doesn't it?
Does.
Don't forget, guys, this podcast and the next podcast and the podcast before it has been brought to you by DukeHouse Clothing.
We've got a sponsor.
A sponsor, mate. And go and check that out, yeah. You can go on Redbubble. Basically, just type DukeHouse. You'll find they're all over the internet. But yeah, got some nice garments. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that. Tell you what I'll do. I'll put a picture somewhere here. If you click that picture there, that I just click the next thing and you subscribe to me. Thanks very much, guys. Take care. Have a nice day. Happy days. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for all future MMA and boxing news.